Well, hello once again. You may have thought my last video was the last you were going to see on this account. Well, I thought so too, until I came up with the idea on making a public announcement video. Since I had so much fun making the last video, I decided I would make one more. As seen on my last video, you probably didn't really think I could actually draw. Well, just in case you didn't see the last video, this is what the picture looked like. Honestly, now that I really think about it, that last drawing was pretty poor and insulting to say I put effort into it. So I decided to draw another one that I thought would be better, and that is this picture right here. After I drew it, I still felt like I could show better. It's hard for me to be satisfied with my own art. So I decided to draw something else, which turned out much better than the previous ones. But I'll show you that later in the video. For now, it's time for the public announcement. So, I got some good news. But whenever there is good news, bad news isn't far behind. I'll start with the bad news. Remember that account on YouTube and DeviantArt that I told you to try and find? Well, you won't find it, because I closed them both. Why? Because they were pretty old and not very impressive. I wanted to start off fresh, which leads up to the good news. I'm deciding to make new accounts for both sites in the near future. What is there to look forward to from these new upcoming accounts? Well, I'll show you. Remember when I said I was more of a black and white artist in my previous video? That's because my style revolves more around comics and manga. As you can see, I put a lot more effort into this picture, which happens to be a sample comic strip. As usual, if I put a bit more effort it could have turned out better. But I'll save my absolute best work for later. Here is what it looks like, with a bit of color. Sadly, I was intentionally going to color the whole thing, but I underestimated how lazy I would get, and definitely didn't expect how tedious that coloring would be. Not to mention my hand started to hurt after a while, so I decided to just color the hair and minor parts to make it easy to differ between the two. Again, I apologize for my crappy coloring. I don't usually color, and I kind of regret starting to color this picture, but oh well. The only thing worse than my coloring is my handwriting, which I also apologize for. I can barely understand it myself. It seems like I'm talking a bit too much, so I'll get to the conclusion of this video. So, the picture you've just seen is more on what I'm actually about. I do value my subscribers, so I'll just quit the game and devote more time on making accounts for my actual persona. Once I finish making these accounts, I'll probably make one more video on this account just to notify everyone on what my new account is called. But please be patient, I'm busy most of the time. I pay more attention to my social life rather than spend time on the computer. So on my free time is when things will progress. But until then, I hope this sparks at least somewhat excitement for my subscribers and maybe new ones too. So take it easy for now, and I'll be around the corner with new shit to offer. Goodbye and thanks for watching.